Picture this. You step out onto your balcony, patio, or little garden corner, and instead of bare walls or empty railings, you're greeted by a cascade of lush green vines spilling out of containers. It feels like you've built your own private jungle oasis. And the best part? You don't need a huge garden or years of experience to get this look. Today, I'm showing you 17 of the best climbing plants that grow like crazy in pots. These plants are easy, fast, and beautiful. And yes, there's even a bonus one waiting for you at the end that you won't want to miss. Here's what you're going to get in this video. By the time we're done, you'll know exactly which climbing vines thrive in pots, how to make them explode with growth, and even which one is so easy it practically takes care of itself. If you enjoy gardening content, go ahead and tap that subscribe button and give this video a like. It really helps more people discover these gardening tips, and it means I can keep making helpful videos like this for you. And I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Which climbing plant is your personal favorite? Or which one are you most excited to try? Your ideas and experiences always inspire me, and I enjoy learning from this community too. Whether you're dreaming of greening up a balcony, creating natural privacy on a patio, or adding a dramatic, overflowing look to your outdoor space, these plants are perfect. And trust me, you'll want to stick around right through to the end, because the bonus plant I've saved for last is a true showstopper, and it's almost guaranteed to surprise you with how fast it grows in a container. At number 1, we have Morning Glory, one of the most iconic climbing plants you can grow in containers. These beauties are famous for their heart-shaped leaves and vibrant trumpet-shaped flowers that open up in the morning sun. When grown in a pot with a simple trellis or balcony railing to climb, Morning Glories take off fast and can transform bare spaces into a colorful curtain of blooms within weeks. What makes them perfect for containers is how quickly they establish. Even in limited soil, they'll race upwards as long as they get full sunlight and regular watering. Here's a little tip. Use a lightweight, well-draining potting mix and give them something to cling to right away. The earlier you provide support, the faster they'll climb and cover your space. Morning Glories come in shades of deep blue, purple, pink, and even white, so you can match them to your garden's color theme. And if you love waking up to a cheerful splash of color, this plant is a must-have. But wait until you see the next one, because unlike Morning Glory's delicate blooms, this next climber offers lush greenery all year round and thrives even when flowers aren't in season. At number 2, we have English Ivy, a timeless classic for anyone who wants instant greenery and containers. Ivy is a vigorous climber that adapts beautifully to pots, and once it gets going, it creates those elegant cascading trails or climbs quickly over trellises and walls. Unlike flowering vines, English ivy shines with its dense foliage, which can be plain green or patterned with creamy white and yellow, depending on the variety. It's especially useful for shaded spots where other vines might struggle. Place it in a large container, give it partial to full shade, and you'll have an evergreen curtain that stays lush year-round. Here's a tip. Prune it regularly to keep the shape under control, because ivy loves to spread. With just a little care, it can turn a bare balcony corner into a living wall of green. And if you think ivy is impressive, wait until you see the next one. It doesn't just climb, it fills your space with fragrant flowers that attract pollinators. At number 3, let's talk about star jasmine, also known as Confederate jasmine. This climber is adored not just for its glossy green leaves, but for the heavenly fragrance of its star-shaped white flowers. When grown in a pot with a sturdy trellis, star jasmine climbs quickly and rewards you with blooms that can perfume an entire balcony or patio. It thrives in full sun to partial shade and loves a rich, well-draining potting mix. One of the best things about star jasmine is that it's not only fast-growing, but also hardy and relatively low maintenance. Just keep the soil slightly moist and give it support to twine around, and it will cover fences, arches, or even balcony railings with ease. Pro tip: place it somewhere you can enjoy the scent in the evenings, because the fragrance is strongest at dusk. And the next plant on our list takes things up a notch. It's a flowering vine with bold, tropical colors that can transform even the plainest patio into a showstopper. At number 4, we have the Bougainvillea, a true showstopper when it comes to bold, tropical color. Bougainvillea is famous for its vibrant bracts and shades of pink, purple, red, orange, and even white. When planted in a container, this climber thrives under full sun and brings that instant Mediterranean vibe to your outdoor space. The beauty of Bougainvillea is how fast it grows once established. With a trellis or railing to cling to, it can quickly cover walls or create a striking privacy screen. It's drought-tolerant too, so once it's rooted in, you won't have to fuss over it constantly. Here's a tip: use a large, sturdy container and make sure it gets plenty of direct sunlight. Bougainvillea loves the heat, and the brighter the sun, the more intense the color display will be. And while Bougainvillea dazzles with its vibrant hues, the next plant takes a different approach. It charms with delicate blooms that just keep coming season after season. At number 5, we have the Clematis, often called the Queen of Climbers. Clematis is a gardener's favorite because of its wide variety of flower shapes and colors, ranging from rich purples and blues to soft pinks and whites. When planted in containers, Clematis can be trained up trellises, obelisks, or even balcony railings, creating a vertical display of blooms that feels almost magical. One of the best things about Clematis is its long flowering season. Depending on the variety, you can enjoy blossoms from spring right into late summer, keeping your garden alive with color for months. Pro tip: Clematis roots like to stay cool, so mulch the soil surface or plant some low-growing companions around the base of the pot. This helps the plant focus its energy on producing those spectacular flowers up top. And speaking of spectacular, the next climber is known for its vivid orange blooms that seem to set any space on fire. You'll definitely want to see this one. At number 6, we have the trumpet vine, also known as campsis. This plant is a true attention grabber, with its clusters of fiery orange to deep red trumpet-shaped blooms. In a container, trumpet vine grows vigorously, climbing quickly over trellises, arbors, or even balcony railings, and the flowers are irresistible to hummingbirds. Because it's such a strong grower, trumpet vine does best in a large, sturdy pot with a solid support structure. It thrives in full sun and well-draining soil, and once established, it can handle heat and even a bit of drought. Here's a tip: prune it regularly to keep its growth in check. Trumpet vine loves to spread, but with container boundaries and a little trimming, you'll enjoy a controlled burst of tropical color right where you want it. And if you think trumpet vine is bold, the next plant is pure romance. It drapes to a space in soft, cascading clusters of lavender blue flowers. At number 7, we have the Wisteria, one of the most enchanting climbing plants you can grow in pots. Wisteria is famous for its cascading, fragrant blooms that hang like clusters of lavender blue or white grapes. Even in a container, this climber can create a dreamy, almost fairy tale atmosphere, especially when trained up a sturdy trellis or pergola. It loves full sun and needs a large pot with strong support to handle its vigorous growth. With the right care, regular watering, pruning to control its size, and a sunny position, Wisteria will reward you with breathtaking displays year after year. Pro tip: patience pays off. Young Wisteria may take a season or two to flower, but once it starts, the blooms are unforgettable. And while Wisteria drapes your garden in elegance, the next vine in our list is all about fast growth and lush, tropical greenery that can transform even the smallest balcony into a leafy hideaway. At number 8, we have the Passionflower vine, an exotic beauty that looks like it belongs in a tropical paradise. Passionflower is known for its intricate, otherworldly blooms, often combining purple, blue, and white in mesmerizing patterns. In a container, it climbs quickly and rewards you with flowers that are not only stunning, but also attract butterflies and bees. It thrives in full sun to partial shade and prefers a rich, well-draining potting mix. Give it a sturdy trellis, and you'll be amazed at how fast it takes off. Here's a bonus: some passionflower varieties even produce edible passion fruit, so you get both beauty and bounty. And we're just getting warmed up, because the next climber grows so fast in pots that it might just be the most vigorous vine on this entire list. Stick around, you don't want to miss it. At number 9, meet the black-eyed Susan vine, a cheerful, fast-growing climber that brings instant charm to any container. This vine is covered in bright yellow or orange flowers with a dark center, like a little eye looking back at you. It's playful, colorful, and grows rapidly once it has something to climb on. Perfect for trellises, hanging baskets, or even balcony railings. It can transform a plain corner into a lively splash of sunshine. Black-eyed Susan thrives in full sun, and the more light it gets, the more it will bloom. Keep the soil moist but well-draining, and it will reward you with a constant show of flowers all summer long. Pro tip: pinch back the tips early in the season to encourage bushier growth and even more blooms. And if you love the cheerful vibes of Black-eyed Susan, wait until you see the next plant. It's a fragrant climber that doubles as a natural air freshener for your balcony or patio. At number 10, we have the honeysuckle vine, a climber that combines beauty with one of the sweetest fragrances you can find in a garden. Honeysuckle is famous for its tubular flowers in shades of yellow, orange, and pink, which not only smell amazing, but also attract hummingbirds and butterflies. In containers, it grows vigorously and can quickly cover trellises, arches, or balcony rails, turning a plain structure into a living bouquet. It thrives in full sun, but can also handle partial shade, and it loves a rich, well-draining soil. Keep it watered during hot spells, and you'll enjoy waves of blooms from late spring through summer. Here's a tip: plant it close to where you sit in the evenings so you can enjoy the fragrance drifting through the air as the sun goes down. And if honeysuckle scent feels magical, the next vine will impress you with its hardiness and ability to stay green even when flowers fade. At number 11, let's look at the climbing hydrangea, a plant that proves not all climbers need to be flashy to make a big impact. Climbing hydrangea grows steadily but powerfully, with large heart-shaped leaves and clusters of white, lace-like flowers in summer. Even when it's not in bloom, the dense green foliage makes it a fantastic choice for adding texture and coverage in containers. This plant prefers partial shade and moist, well-draining soil, making it ideal for cooler spots where other climbers may struggle. With strong aerial roots, it clings to supports easily, so a trellis or even a garden wall works beautifully. Pro tip: give it time. Climbing hydrangea is slower to establish in the first year, but once it's settled, it rewards you with years of steady, reliable growth and gorgeous summer blooms. And coming up next, we'll move from steady and dependable to a plant that's vivid, playful, and guaranteed to brighten up even the smallest balcony. At number 12, we have the sweet pea vine, a delicate climber that's beloved for its fragrance and charm. Sweet peas produce an abundance of soft and colorful blooms in shades of pink, purple, red, and white, and their scent is one of the sweetest you'll find in the garden. In containers, they're quick to climb when given netting, trellis, or even some simple string supports. They thrive in cooler weather and full sun with a soil that's rich and well-draining. One of the best things about sweet peas is that the more you pick the flowers, the more they bloom, so you'll have plenty for both your pots and indoor vases. Pro tip: sow them early in the season and keep them well fed with a balanced fertilizer, and you'll be rewarded with months of color and fragrance. And if you love sweet peas for their charm, the next climber on our list takes things in a completely different direction. It's bold, tropical, and makes a dramatic statement with very little effort. At number 13, meet the Mandevilla vine, the ultimate tropical showpiece for containers. Mandevilla is famous for its large, trumpet-shaped flowers and vivid shades of pink, red, and white. The glossy green foliage combined with those bold blooms makes it look like something straight out of a resort garden. In pots, Mandevilla grows quickly when given warm temperatures, full sun, and a sturdy support to climb. It thrives in rich, well-draining soil and rewards you with non-stop color throughout the warmer months. Here's a tip: keep it consistently watered during hot weather, but make sure the pot drains well, because Mandevilla doesn't like sitting in soggy soil. Feed it every couple of weeks, and you'll have a vine that looks like it belongs in the tropics. And while Mandevilla brings bold resort vibes, the next plant is all about classic beauty and romance, the kind that never goes out of style. At number 14, we have the climbing rose, a timeless favorite that brings romance and elegance wherever it grows. Climbing roses are perfect for pots if you choose compact varieties and give them strong support, like an arch, trellis, or obelisk. Their lush, fragrant blooms come in almost every color imaginable, and when they start climbing, they create a classic cottage garden look, even in a small space. They thrive in full sun and need rich, well-draining soil. Regular feeding and pruning will keep them blooming continuously through the season. And the reward? Stunning blossoms and that unmistakable rose fragrance drifting across your balcony or patio. Pro tip: pick varieties bred for container growing. These tend to be more manageable, while still giving you all the drama of traditional climbing roses. And while roses capture hearts with their timeless romance, the next vine offers something completely different. It's a fast-growing edible climber that brings both beauty and harvest to your containers. At number 15, let's talk about the scarlet runner bean, a climbing plant that's as practical as it is beautiful. This vine produces striking red flowers that attract pollinators, while also giving you edible beans throughout the season. In a container, scarlet runner beans grow quickly and can easily cover trellises, poles, or even balcony railings, creating a lush green screen topped with bright splashes of color. They thrive in full sun and appreciate regular watering, especially during hot weather. With fertile, well-draining soil, they'll grow vigorously and reward you with both blossoms and a harvest you can actually enjoy at dinner table. Pro tip: keep harvesting the beans while they're young and tender. This encourages the plant to keep producing all season long. And as we near the end of our list, the next climber is one of the most graceful and versatile of them all. It's perfect for creating a cool, shady retreat and even the smallest garden. At number 16, we have the climbing nasturtium, a cheerful and versatile vine that's as edible as it is beautiful. Nasturtiums are quick to climb in containers, covering trellises, fences, or balcony rails with bright funnel-shaped flowers in shades of orange, yellow, and red. The round green leaves add even more charm, creating a playful, overflowing look. They thrive in full sun and poor-to-average soil, which makes them one of the easiest climbers to grow. In fact, if you overfeed them, they'll produce more leaves than flowers, so a light touch works best. Here's a fun tip: both the flowers and leaves are edible, with a peppery flavor, making them a colorful addition to summer salads. And while nasturtiums bring joy and flavor, the next climber is pure drama, a plant that can transform any outdoor corner into a bold, exotic escape. At number 17, we have the Bougainvillea's tropical cousin, the Alamanda vine. Alamanda stuns with its large, golden yellow, trumpet-shaped flowers that bloom in abundance against glossy green foliage. In a pot, this climber grows fast and brings a striking splash of tropical sunshine to patios and balconies. It thrives in warm temperatures, full sun, and rich soil, and once it's established, it blooms generously throughout the season. A sturdy trellis or support will help it climb upward, creating a dazzling vertical display. Pro tip: keep it well watered in hot weather, but don't let the roots sit in soggy soil. With the right balance, Alamanda rewards you with months of vivid, golden blooms. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, the bonus plant that grows like crazy in containers and just might outshine every other climber on this list. And our bonus plant is the sweet autumn clematis. This climber is an absolute superstar for small spaces. It grows at an incredible pace, quickly covering trellises, arches, and fences with a blanket of delicate, star-shaped white flowers. By late summer into autumn, the entire plant bursts into bloom, creating a cloud of blossoms that attract pollinators and make your space feel magical. It thrives in full sun to partial shade, with well-draining soil and regular watering. Even in a container, it doesn't hold back. This plant can easily become the centerpiece of your balcony or patio. Pro tip: prune it back hard in winter or early spring to encourage fresh, vigorous growth every year. That way, it comes back stronger and fuller, giving you that breathtaking display again and again. So if you've stayed with me through all 17 plants, this bonus clematis is your reward. the ultimate showstopper for containers. And there you have it, 17 of the very best climbing plants that thrive in containers and pots, plus a bonus favorite that can completely transform your space. If you found this list helpful, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps more people discover these gardening tips, and it lets me know you'd like to see more content like this. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you never miss our weekly garden inspiration and plant care secrets. I'd also love to hear from you in the comments. Which of these climbers would you try first, or do you already grow one of them? Your stories and tips inspire not just me, but the whole gardening community here. Thanks so much for watching, happy planting, and I'll see you in the next one.